link it to something else that happened this week. Okay? So must have been Thursday, if not Friday. And President Kenyatta, while commissioning police cadets in Kiganjo, that is in Nyeri County, he gave a declaration that buying and selling and exporting of scrap metal has been abolished, is now illegal in Kenya. And this comes at the back of the issue of Kenya Power, that the vandalism was connected to scrap metal business before, because Reuters published a story, which Dan shared with me, that the Kenya Power electric, I don't want to call them poles because they're not poles, the towers. So the metals that are used in the towers that were vandalized, some of them were found in Gikomba market here in Nairobi. So in the scrap market business. So it was connected that, and also there was an issue with the railway and also the Ketraco in Naivasha, which is in Nakuru County, on the same, ending up in the scrap metal business. So the president abolished the scrap metal business on the back of these activities. Now, Dan, I am saying it's arraigning them doesn't make a difference. I think we are treating the symptom and not the disease. Because what? First of all, banning of the scrap metal, I think it was a poor decision.
Yeah, that's a very...
Coming back again, Dan, this is 2022. Why is the government acting like we're in the 20s or 30s? Do you know what? Use technology. In these electric towers, stop investing in soldiers. Stop investing in watchmen. Invest in technology, okay? Put in sensors, put in trackers, invest in technology. That's how you're going to curb this thing.
I don't see how.
You don't see how? What do you mean?
If you... Now, assume you do what? You assign barcodes to these?
Not barcodes.
What?
No, you just have
sensors and trackers.
It's vandalism. There's someone who has this... He's not stealing. He's decided that he's going to break it.
But then away with it, that's right? How you're going to find them.
Yes, that's how, if there's something going on.
Yeah, you have a tracker, you have a sensor.
It sends out an alarm, then people could go check out.
Because the physical manning of this infrastructure, I mean, that's outdated. You can't, it's unsustainable. How many people will you employ?
Plus there's collaboration and all that.
Absolutely. I mean, there is a risk of that, of people taking bribes and allowing vandalism. So what I'm saying is invest in technology, because again in the issue of scrap metal, one of the companies that has really suffered because of vandalism and theft of metals is Kenya Railways. They've really suffered a lot. They've suffered a lot based on that, and this is because they've hugely invested in manning of the physical infrastructure. Employing soldiers, employing...
Say watchmen.
Watchmen.
Yeah, soldiers are in Somalia.
Okay, watchmen. So that doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Now, coming back to the issue of scrap metal and why I was saying it was a poor decision. You can't... It's like saying, Easter, that because manufacturing companies in Kenya, some manufacturing companies, what they do is that sometimes they don't manage their waste very well. So their waste ends up in rivers and the nearby ecosystem. So you are saying that let's ban manufacturing. Yeah. It's typically like saying that. So do we ban manufacturing? Yeah. No, we can't ban manufacturing.
Because I saw that and I was like, how many livelihoods are supported by this business?
There's a lot.
There's a lot. This is the typical Juakali boxes that people go to school with.
Absolutely.
What do they call them?
And when Easter says boxes, for guys listening in Washington, he means metallic boxes.
Metallic boxes. Yeah.
Welcome to Africa.
I don't know. The industry is too huge to be banned in a single
Sufurias, spoons, knives that we buy in Juakali.
Yeah.
There's a lot of... there are many livelihoods in the informal sector that will be affected by this.
And there's steel companies.
And this just goes, again, in a way, it just shows how elitist our government is. It's just showing how out of touch you are with the people.
Common people.
Yeah, with the common mwananchi, because it's like, this does not affect
me.
You do not see, kwani with scrap metal, this guy is...
It's like, a waste,
Yeah. And I think it's a big thing, and it's in a bid to just protect because this is, I think it's backed by Kenya Power. What happened in Kenya Power?
Kenya Power, Kenya
what's
Railways.
happening in railways? What's
Yeah.
happening with also, I think, the road construction, with whatever, if they're putting fences or
Yeah.
barricades or anything.
You've seen what they did
The
with the
expressway.
Yeah,
SGR. Even with the SGR.
Yeah.
You can't access the actual rail.
Yeah.
So, I think it's the wrong way to handle the situation.
Yeah.
You should look more onto your own ways of ensuring that your assets are protected, but you do not do that. You do not do that by killing the source of livelihood.
I think
Yeah.
it was a rash
Invest in
decision.
technology.
I think it was very rash.
Dan, there are two things that stand out for me. Number one is the issue of, you've said that the government is not in touch with what happens on the ground, which is exactly true. So for people who haven't had a chance to visit informal settlements in Nairobi, if you visit the informal settlements, you'll see young men. And these young men, what they have is, they have a stick, a wooden stick that's about 50 centimeters long. And at the bottom of that wooden stick, there is a huge magnet, okay? A round magnet that is attached to that wooden stick. And what they do is that they walk with it, holding it down, and the magnet stays around 2 to 5 inches away from the ground, and they just walk. And on this other hand, they're holding a bag, and they collect anything metallic, okay, whether it's iron nails, whatever, anything that is metallic, and they put it in that bag and they go and sell. Now, my thinking in behavioral economics is that, and generally social life, what will happen to these people? They are going to crime.
Gangsters.
Yeah, most of
They're going to crime. And do you know what, Dan? The thing here is, another challenge of banning this is, it doesn't make sense, because scrap metal trade is an informal trade. It's not a formalized business where you have licenses and what. See, these young men will still collect what they're collecting and go to the people they sell to, and business
just
will go
shift
as
to a
usual.
black
Yeah,
market.
Yeah,
but
it is already. You can actually say it's in black market because it's an informal business. There's no people who are given permits and the likes. No,
it's informal, but now they are going to be targets of Kanjo,
Yeah.
especially.
Oh, yeah.
Now that's the difference.
if you're carrying anything metallic,
Yeah, they're going to be like now, and of course we know Kanjo is going to use that as a reason now to extort,
Yeah.
to extort these guys, to harass these guys,
Yeah.
and it's totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
absolutely. And do you know what, Dan? I'm smelling hypocrisy here. The president must be in October, if not November, was in COP26 in the UK. And there was a big conversation about the circular economy, okay? Where you have waste, then the waste is recycled, comes back to a product. It's a circular economy, and the
Yeah.
cycle continues. And one of the biggest waste is actually metal, metallic waste. So now, the circular economy is going to stop because the scrap metal was filling a gap in the circular economy.
Yeah. Anyway, we just know it's a wrong decision by the government.
There was a better way to go about it.
Yeah, there's multiple better ways to go about it. It demonstrates a lack of thinking, but anyway, let's carry on.